Well, all right, everyone. Good morning. Here is your girl, Lady Diva, here on air. You're calling from Evansville, Indiana. I have a special show tonight, and that track there is called Thankful by Pablo Owenja. And that single is available now on all platforms. He wanted to make sure everyone be able to stream it and purchase it online. That is Thankful. I want to welcome you, my cousin Eric Mims from Mims Motors Corporation, USA. And he is the one that broke the mold and has become the legendary founder of the world's first African-American car manufacturer since in the past 100 years, since P.R Patterson Sons of Cleveland, Ohio. So Eric Mims is on my platform to talk to you about the updates of his technology, his electrified vehicles, and phone lines are open right now. So let's go with the show. Welcome back, Eric Mims. Welcome back.
Good morning, Lady Diva. How you doing today?
All right, I'm doing just great. So what you been up to since the last time you were on the show? Now, we did a show in 2015 and also one in 2018, way before the pandemic. So update us on what's going on with Mims Motor Company here in the United States of America.
Yeah, well, I appreciate it. Yeah, we're still here. We're still moving forward. Things are getting done. We're actually getting through EPA approval on a couple different vehicles. We actually are. A lot of stuff has happened since the last time we spoke. It's just been crazy. Pandemic really put the kibosh on things for a bit. We lost some opportunities for funding that we had on deck, and it really stopped things for a while. But you know me, I'm not going to stop. We're going to keep going until we get this thing done because, that's what we do. As my dad said, you got two things. You either have the time or the money, or the money and the time, or no time. So, while you don't have the money, you got time, you do what you got to do in the meantime to get things done so that when you have the money, you can actually move forward and get it handled and get it done. So I had a conversation this morning, as a matter of fact, just about that very thing. We're at that point now where we've got purchase orders. We're waiting for, the funding to come in so that we can go ahead and produce those vehicles for those folks that are kind enough to, support us and get vehicles in. And to those people, we say thank you so very much because every little bit it helps, you know what I mean? It's something that when you're an independent car manufacturer, to come out, and we're completely independent. This is not a situation where we're dealing with, somebody that came in and just handed us a bunch of money and said, hey, go have fun. This is very much a bootstrap situation. And, we had opportunities to be bought out. We had opportunities to really do some things. I mean, what was it, 2015 when we first had our conversation? Yeah. We were fresh out of that situation with Empire Oil. And, we had that opportunity there. We turned that opportunity down simply because of the structure of the deal, I guess is the best way to put it. We wanted to keep the company independent. And wanted to make sure that, we had an opportunity to explore, and not only explore, but just to show everybody that it could be done. And I think sometimes when folks, and rightly so, I guess, from that standpoint, it comes down to when you got the money, as the saying goes, he who has the gold makes the rules, and it was a situation that when the money was available, I guess as the best way to put it, the strings that were attached to it were basically a noose for me. Nobody would have known that I created the technology. Nobody would have known that, that I had done it. And when I looked at my life and I looked at everything else, I just kind of said, you know what? I need to do this a different way. People need to see that somebody other than the majority of folks that are in this space, can do it, because, like we said back then, for the most part, black folks are rappers, singers, dancers, or, in some form of entertainment. We play basketball, football,
Yeah.
baseball, boxing, and stuff like that, we tend to, be mostly in those arenas, but you
Mhm.
don't hear about, somebody in business. So, for the rest of us, who aren't 6'3" or taller,
Yeah.
who don't have the ability to throw a ball, 100 yards or whatever, I wanted to make sure that we got an opportunity to, showcase, and so that we can actually do something other than just entertain.
Yes, and thank you for that. Thank you. I am so proud of you, Eric. I would like for you to introduce yourself to the curious listeners. What would you tell them about yourself and what inspired you taking on this market? And first of all, I'd like to ask you, where are you calling from?
Currently, I am in the East Coast. I'm in New Jersey right now, but we're moving over to the Detroit area. We're going to be in currently New York, New Jersey area right now, but we'll be in setting up shop in Michigan, Ohio, and throughout the South, down in the Delta.
Okay.
We still have opportunities to move forward down there, and we've got some major opportunities coming up in Indianapolis with Jen Gandalf. Gandalf Motorsports. We've got a massive opportunity that's coming there, but you didn't ask me that yet, so I'll go back.
No, that's right
right
around the corner. I'm here in Evansville, Indiana, so it's good to hear connections going on here in Indiana. So hey.
Well, Gandalf Motorsports and Mims Motors have a massive project that's coming over there that's going to really, really change the landscape in that arena. And, we're waiting for that actually is going to be announced, but I was told just a few minutes before the interview that I could talk about that situation. And, so let me go back and I'll come back to that.
Okay.
Mims Motors is named after my father, Matthew Mims. And I've been working on this. I've been wanting to be a car manufacturer since I was a child, about 9 years old. And so I pretty much knew I either wanted to be a firefighter or a firefighter, a police officer, or a car manufacturer. So I guess it's the hardest route. Being hard-headed, I guess, is the best way to put it. And I worked on processes for many years. I designed and built my first car when I was 18.
Wow.
We worked on, I started my company right out of high school thanks to Marlon Stroven over at Ford Motor Company, the SVU unit. Had a conversation with him, met him through some mutual friends, and had an opportunity to talk to him. And at the time, it was either the way Ford Motor Company did their business was either you had to be a business, or you had to go to school and come through, get your degree and go to work for them in order to work with Ford. And, so when I was talking to Mr. Stroven, I had an opportunity to either go to school or to start my company, and I chose the latter. I chose to start my company.
Wow.
And I started the company right out of high school. I worked with BYD, Build Your Dreams, out of China. Met Mr. Wang Cheng Fu, his wife, and some other folks and things like that. Got into battery technology, started designing and looking into the generator systems and whatnot, and really going back and looking at some of the old school textbooks and everything. And when I got injured in 91, some guy smashed my hand with a 400-pound backball plate. I almost cut my other hand off. He smashed my right hand with the backball plate between a concrete embankment wall, and almost cut my left hand off. So instead of being able to, it was a career-ending injury. I was a bodybuilder. I was doing a lot of stuff. I was pretty cocky at that time. Okay. And, that changed my life course. It was a major, major change in my life. And so I basically went from there. I made the world's first three-dimensional television. I made what we call a three-dimensional television, mirror screen that's projecting TV. I made I took the battery technology that I was working on and made a smoke alarm that wouldn't fail. We heard about so many people dying in fire. So I designed a smoke alarm and went and met with First Alert and Kitty and some other manufacturers, Sunbeam and things like that. Got an award from the Five Bugle Chief of St. Louis, and that was pretty cool. I was made a Kentucky Colonel for that invention. Yeah, that was pretty cool. And so we moved forward from there, and I really was trying to make that project to make the money necessary so I could build my cars.
Okay.
And so I got into the process and everything, and got into designing the battery systems, motor systems, and things like that. And the efficiencies that we get out of our motor system and drivetrain system was tremendous. And when we looked at the opportunity, and I worked with a company called Magna International out of Canada, and Magna International tested my technology. I met with JBIS, USA, Mako International, Deluxe Technologies, and a number of other companies that actually tested and saw what I was doing. And they really reached out and helped me get some things done, which was huge, because in trying to start a new car company, what folks don't understand is we hear about the numbers all the time.
Yeah.
And they said, you say, oh, well, you know what, it's going to cost X amount of dollars. Well, we think about, okay, a new car may cost you between $28,000 to $100,000. Okay, that's basically what we're thinking. But you don't understand how much money it takes to actually manufacture that car, to start a company from the ground up.
Yeah.
So cost between $800 million to $1.8 billion, and in some cases over $2 to $3 billion. So basically, when I look at the situation of where I was at and trying to get my company started versus one of the other companies that started out at the same time, it would basically be like the distance between Earth and Uranus to get to the edge of the universe, to the edge of our solar system. So that's the difference that I had to deal with, the gap between what I received from the state of Nevada, which was about $2.3 million, versus what they gave Tesla, which was $2.8 billion. So there was absolutely no comparison as to the financial gap between. And I don't put that down and saying, oh, well, they gave him that, and, I got gypped because I was black or anything like that. I'm just stating the facts of the matter.
Right. Okay.
And at the end of the day, I look at it like this: I had to persevere through a lot of stuff, and when you don't have much, you tend to make adjustments and you do more with less than to the point where, as we said, we've done so much with so little for so long, we can do the impossible with nothing.
Right.
And that's basically what we've done. And at this point in time, we persevered through everything. Been at this for over 34 years now, and we've gotten to the point now where we've got purchase orders, and they bring it back around to Jim Gandolf Racing, and Motorsports, and also the dealership network that we have. We've got purchase orders, and we've got dealerships that are lined up throughout the United States and around the world. I've actually been around the world. I've been to Dubai. Yeah. I've been to Africa. I've been to, I haven't gone to Cote d'Ivoire yet, but I've been to Dominican Republic.